that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Hola, buenos dias, ¿cómo está? ¿Y usted?
That was remarkably good, especially coming from you, who doesn't give a shit.
He has his moments.
I learned it from Beto, my Mexican bartender. He taught me all the Spanish I know. And, you know, like how to ask if, you know, how long I have before checkout. Cuánto tiempo, por favor? You know, he was a good guy. I liked him. Hi, guys. It's Friday, end of the week. I hope everybody had a good week and didn't suck too bad. Ours kind of was awesome and suck at the same time. Just to let you guys know, we were approved back in January or December by Department of Homeland Security for her to move here, and from USCIS, which is the Department of Immigration. And all we were waiting for this whole time is her to get her case number. And so excitement hit when my state's attorney wrote, I mean, not attorney, my state's senator wrote me and told me, here is your case number and her ID number, and go to this website. And I'm like, holy shit, you know, we are now in the final stages. But there's some hoops that we apparently need to jump through with this. Which means paperwork that we have to do directly with the government. And somebody,
which is stupid.
I'm not saying who it is.
It is stupid because we did a full year of fucking paperwork with a company that I paid a shit ton of money to. And now we have to go over that shit again.
Anima?
And I'm like,
Anima, you're dealing with government. Of course it's stupid.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bureaucracy is a
not
thing.
Just that. It's crazy expensive
I know
too.
Yeah.
But we're at the end of this now. We are at the tail end. We are 10 yards from the goal line. That is not the time to lose your shit. But we're headed there. We're gonna get there. And I got a feeling that if we do things right, I'm hoping for a June or July wedding. So there you go. That's it. So let's see who the fuck is here. We got Gambit, Dambit. And then Snorty is here. Hello, Snorty. How you doing, buddy? And we of course got Davey Dredd is here. What's up, man? Fucking love that Rutger Hauer avatar, man. It is now my official second favorite avatar for you guys. And it's not like I don't like your avatars, guys. It's not like that at all. I get them and they're enjoyable, but I do have favorites. And Davey has my second favorite, and Martin knows who the first one is.
No, I don't. I was trying to remember.
James Hong Michael Meyer.
Oh, right.
I thought that was great. You got fucking mask that's Michael Myers, not Mike Myers, Michael Myers from Halloween, but it looks like James Hong and not Michael. It's just funny to me. And then the other day
says, I only do eyes.
I only do eyes. You said that the other day and it cracked me up. And here's my good buddy Andy Morrow. And my brother Mephisto is in the chat.
We're not early, Mephisto. The US has jumped to daylight savings because they're still doing that stupid shit.
He's been a bit.
Everybody wants it gone, but the Senate and Congress won't do anything. The president, multiple presidents, even George Bush tried to do away with it. You know, we don't need it anymore.
It's because people are stupid and arguing. Do we keep summertime or do we go back to normal time? It shouldn't even be a question.
We don't live by candlelight anymore or lantern. We have electricity.
But the problem is that some people want to keep summertime.
I'm trying to explain that was what that was created for, and for children that work in farms. The number of kids that work on their family farms is down under 1%. So that's not a good reason to fucking keep daylight savings time. Go get done with it. Stop it. Stop it.
Everybody wants it gone, but people can't fucking agree to go back to normal time because some of them want to keep summertime, and it makes no sense.
Politicians, it's not our leaders, but politicians, the lawyers that fucks this up and keep it going. We don't need it. It absolutely is intrusive. The state of Arizona doesn't recognize it. And I believe that this should go state to state. Stop recognizing it. Stop using it. Missouri should absolutely stop using it. And we're a rural state.
Yeah.
You know, we have a crap load of farms here. Like, I live on a farm. I look out, I see bales of hay and cattle. Technically, that's a ranch, but they also grow shit. So it becomes a farm. But anyway, we need to do away with it.
The whole world needs to do away with it.
Stop it. Stop it now.
I just don't understand why it's even a question whether to keep summertime or go back to normal. It shouldn't be a question. Go back to normal.
For a great play, the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Why are you in chat, Mephisto, and not here?
I don't understand him.
He doesn't want to hang out with us today.
He doesn't like us anymore. He's okay with chatting with us, but not hanging out with us in person. Whoops, I clicked on it. Mel Gibson didn't have the American accent, came back in 83, funnily enough. Well, he lost it because he spent too many years in Australia from his youth into adulthood. And this movie, I can't not hear it. All I hear is his Australian accent in this film. And I noticed it really badly, like in Lethal Weapon 2. I mean, there's one scene in Lethal Weapon 1 where I caught it. But I cut, like, when he's in the grocery store with the South African chick, and he's flirting with her in the grocery store, right when he hits the produce aisle, he says a couple of things. My ear catches his Australian accent. It took him a while to get rid of it. A lot of people don't know that, yes, he was born in California, but raised in Australia. He's like King Tut, born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia, King Tut. Seems if Mephisto doesn't hang around with us anymore. Yeah, I know. It makes me down. It brings me down, man. Makes me sad when I don't see him. I mean, my day doesn't feel complete until he makes a joke that I act like I didn't understand. It's fun. Which for some reason makes him laugh when I don't react to his jokes. Because it's funny to him to begin with, which I get. I'm like that too. Okay. My jokes aren't normally for anybody else or for me.
In the meantime, do the Snowdy.
There we go. Yeah, Mel Gibson had an Austrian accent. You know you've done something pretty awesome when you get that sound out of Anima.
Yeah, right.
We should start a GoFundMe to buy Anima a pet kangaroo.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Yeah, I mean, why not add a kangaroo to Rocket Kitty? I see that going really well for my furniture.
No, it would be an outdoor kangaroo. The only thing is I gotta take care of those coyotes, man. They were right outside my window last night. I don't know how Martin couldn't hear them. They were yelping, yapping.
You have a really nice noise gate, man.
No, I turned it off where Anima could hear them one night. She's, oh my God, I can hear them. And I'm like, yeah. They're like right there. They're about 30 yards from me.
Oh, then this is awesome. Breaking news. Just live. Martin is going deaf. Even more.
Oh, I mean, Snorty doesn't hang around. Probably I'm thinking about the wrong person. Yikes. I'm a bad bear. And no mudslinging, brother. We love you. We like it when you can make it on the show.
It's okay.
I know it's late for you, so, we're just giving you a little shit.
It's only 10.
Love you.
That's like my normal time for our shows. It's not that
Well,
late.
Well, he has other things. I mean,
I know.
he has his job. He's a father. You don't know how much exhausting being a father is.
I helped raise my siblings, so I kind of do.
So I think Mephisto works for Mossad and spies on our channel.
God damn it, Gary. He told us not to say that.
They get so much good intelligence watching us. It's like Mephisto reports in. He goes, I don't get it. Why you got me watching this fucking show and hanging out with these dorks? There's a bunch of Meshuggahs.
He said to them, they're not talking in code. They're that dumb.
They are that dumb. So we're going to be talking about this film, and I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about how this film was made. I am going to point out that the friendship, though they only did one movie together, Mel and Kurt are lifelong friends, and Goldie Hawn and he were two of the people standing up and fighting for him when people were trying to, cancel him. And they're like, he's a better person than that. And you guys are not seeing the real Mel. This is the Mel that's got a problem, And I always tell people alcoholism and drug abuse is not a disease. It is a side effect of something else that's afflicting you. And it's almost always psychological or emotional. And to call it a disease is ridiculous because you can't get a vaccine for it. That's stupid.
It's a symptom, not a disease.
Yeah, it is a symptom of something else. And when you look at Mel's life at that period, it was in turmoil, absolute turmoil. Wait, what's this? Stop divulging my secrets.
I told you not to tell him anything, Neff, but you didn't listen.
I'm not saying that you're not a spy. I'm just saying you are the worst spy ever that they gave you that gig to spy on this show.
Gambit, are you living under a rock? This news has been all over the place.
What news? What news?
Yeah, he announced it. I watched
Conan.
the video. I watched the video of him at a panel talking about it, and he's confirmed not only the Conan, but the fact that there's going to be another Predator with him. That the guy that's working on it currently has been trying to make it happen, and so they're coming to an agreement. And on top of that, another Commando, which I'm like 10 years ago I could have seen that. I'm having trouble seeing it now because he is like fucking old looking right now. He and I don't care. He's gonna go. I know he's gonna work out, get bigger, but he can't do action like he used to because he's fucking old. There's nothing worse than watching The Irishman and see Robert De Niro digitally made to look younger doing an old man curb stomp where he's got his arms up at an angle. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, that looked awful. They should have had a body double for that scene, curb stomping that guy that didn't look like he was fucking 70 years old. But Gary works for the CIA. He's backdoor operative. It's not true. Well, I will say I'll neither confirm nor deny that.
What? The backdoor is not operative? That's bad.
No, the backdoor is always in play. Arnold is too old at this point to do anything heroic as King Conan. I don't know, because having him as an old man, and one of the suggestions was for his son to play his son.
Damn, that kid looks exactly like him.
Yeah, and to have him have to go off with an army, a small army, to find his son, or have his son help lead this army. I think it's a good suggestion. I agree so much with Amanda Milius. I fucking love her. I follow her. She has liked some of my comments when I said things about her dad, how much of an impact he had on my life with writing. And but she's wrong. when she said what she said, that the only script they need is John Milish's, which I do agree with, but the second half of this I don't, where she says the guy, Christopher McQuarrie, is a huge lefty and he's going to make it woke. And I'm like, have you not seen Christopher McQuarrie's movies? He's not woke. He may be a lib. I'm not going to argue that. It probably is. But I know a lot of libs who are actually pro-masculine, pro-manly shit. So I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, do you guys think that Christopher McQuarrie is fucking lefty like that? That he would ruin Conan?
But
I'm also asking the audience what they think. I'd like to see what you guys think.
I've seen people change direction over the last few years, so I wouldn't expect it, but it wouldn't surprise me either.
I think that what they need to do is just have him play the old king, an old king who has to do a little bit of stuff, but get his son in there because damn it, he looks like him.
Imagine a politic dynamic, the son wanting more for his people, Conan still tied up to the old ways, and he says, but father, we need to give more freedom to the people, and Conan says, screw your freedom.
Yeah. I like it. Screw your freedom. But I did do this yesterday. I'll go ahead and show it as a joke. Hold on, I'll show it to you guys. There it is. Oh, put the comment down,
my
please.
God.
Move the comment. Move the comment, please. Please, please, please. There we go. Queen and the Queen of Incontinentia. And if you're a Monty Python fan, that's where I got that from. That's in the scene from Life of Brian where he says, do you not know my friend Biggest Dickus? And his wife, Queen Incontinentia. So yeah, I thought it was funny to have the diaper on her, adult diaper.
I know you know.
Weird sense of humor.
It's look, people liked it. They thought that was fucking hilarious. Especially my Monty Python friends.
Now I know
buttocks.
I know we had to skip Backdraft, and it will be back. When I don't know, but we will do Backdraft, people. So no, don't fear. The thing is, I was checking from 3 of the Kurt Russell movies, 3 of the 4 movies that we picked. J.T. Walsh plays an antagonist in 3 of them. He in Executive Decision is not as an antagonist, but a device, the politician in the plane.
Yeah.
In
Backdraft,
they
did 4 movies together. It's kind of cool. I've got hold on, I'll get this up for you. I'll get it up for you.
That's what she said.
Hi.
Oh, she's Spanish now.
Yeah, she's stealing my thunder.
Sorry.
Here you go, buddy. So this is 4 films that J.T. Walsh was in with Kurt Russell. First being Tequila Sunrise, and then he did Backdraft, and then Executive Decision, and then Breakdown. And Breakdown, I think, was his meatiest role. Backdraft had a good role, not great, but Breakdown, he's one of the main villains in the film, and he's really good in it. That movie is a tense thriller. Madeline, I think it's Madeline Stowe that plays his wife, right? Kurt Russell.
I don't remember. I haven't seen it.
She gets taken by sex traffickers, and the truck driver played by J.T. Walsh takes her, and then later is like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I've never met you in my life. And the cops don't believe him, but he's like, he took my fucking wife. And so it's him doing the Harrison Ford thing, looking for his wife. They took my wife, killed my wife. Kurt Russell.
And Tommy Lee says, I don't care.
Let's see. I want to get through these. It's like Sly, what the motherfuck?
Whoa.
And yes, the son of the maid. And he looks just like his dad. I'll get a picture here in a second. Let's go through these. Maybe I'm living under a rock, but I'm just so sick of this bullshit ass news that Hollywood is creating. Hollywood doesn't create. That's your first mistake, thinking they create. They don't do anything. They facilitate other people. That's all. And if it's left up to them, they'll just repeat the exact same formula over and over again.
To spread the message.
They have no creativity. Yep. Raul Julia later became known for his role as Gomez Adam, which I loved him in the Addams Family, and it's his sequel, Adam Family Value, which I love both those films. Some of the cast appeared in the Hammer Adams Groove music video. Yes, they did. If Arnold wants to do it, then we can't stop him from doing it. Yeah, he's going to do it. I just worry about his health. That's really what I'm really worried about. It's like, can he do it? Because he and Sly both have had open heart surgery.
I mean, he's going to play a king. He doesn't need much action.
Wait, what looks fake as hell? I didn't catch what that's about, so I don't know. Release Waja. It's a Monty Python again. I mean, like a queen in fucking diapers. Yep. Politician on a plane? You mean snakes on a plane? I saw what you did there. Sly Stallone should never have allowed it to happen. I'm not sure what you're talking about with Sly Stallone. Breakdown is almost like a version of The Vanishing, depends on which version you like. The Vanishing, it really does, but The Vanishing is kind of different because it's a single serial killer. But yeah, thematically, it has a lot of similarities. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, James. Mad. Scared. What's Gucci? What's
my party gun? Dude.
Glad you finally started to drop the link, but I won't be able to join today. However, I'm going to set a reminder for tomorrow's Bone Tomahawk. Absolutely, Mad. Oh, it'll be great. I want you to meet my future wife, man. It'll be great, man. We love you, dude. I love you. I think you're a great dude, man. But this movie is real. What's going on? Do we have it paused? Because nothing's happening on screen.
No.
Oh, there, finally an image. It's one of your favorites. It's one of mine too. I really love the movie. And I'm stoked that Anima is finally going to get to watch it. Oh, the Queen in diapers looks. Yeah, well, yeah, it is fake. I said I made that over in Grok. Breakdown with Kurt Russell, super related. Yeah. You got a lot of friends in the chat, buddy. Glad you're here, even if it's just for a bit. Now, this guy, what I know him for best, the guy there in the middle, is House 2, The Second Story. And he's really good in that. He did a movie with John Travolta where they're like your typical guys trying to meet girls, and they end up getting kidnapped by Russians and flown to Soviet Russia and put into a fake American town there. And it's so crazy, that movie. I'm not going to tell you it's great. It was fun. I had a good time watching the film. And he's good in it. I like him as an actor. And then he just sort of disappeared for a while. And he'd be like occasionally on TV, I'd catch a glimpse of him. And then he had a big moment in Tom Cruise's, Steven Spielberg's movie, where they predict crime. Based on Philip K. Dick's Minority Report, which is really, I do love that film. I like that film a lot. And he's the husband that's going to catch his wife cheating and kill her. And they precog see it and arrest him before he can do it. And as he's being arrested, I didn't do anything, you know. Yeah, but you were about to. And then they do that halo thing on him, which kind of makes him catatonic. That movie's fucking good sci-fi.
Yeah.
Craig Zoller is a
Except for the
phenomenal
end.
director, and people need to stop sleeping on him because all he does is make banger after banger. I won't argue there, buddy. No argument from me. Yeah, Minority Report. Thank you, Mav. Thank you, Gambit. But anyway, I only wanted to pause for that reason because I like him as an actor, and I think that he had like this window where he was just like in some good shit, and then he just kind of disappeared, and then came back for that one movie, and I really don't see him anymore. I know he was kind of going bald the last time I saw him. And there's a very touching theme song called Surrender. And Wilson. It's got a great 80s soundtrack. It followed, that thing that got started up like Michael Mann, doing that using music in a movie. And that's why I love 80s films, because they're so into the period. And it's like you watch the film and it's an 80s film, but the story itself could be timeless. It's very quasi-detective version of Blade Runner. Okay, Gambit, what the fuck are you snorting or smoking? Like, what? I'm trying to figure that out and I don't see it. I've only seen the movie Minority Report once. Really? You need to watch it again.
I haven't seen
because
it.
You don't really get to appreciate the movie until the second viewing, because everything's hitting you all at once. Every time something happens, it's like, oh, what's this? What's going on here? And then you watch it the second time, and there you are prepared for what's happening, and you can kind of start to enjoy the movement of the film. And I got to tell you, as insane as Tom Cruise is, I like his fucking movies, man. He's fucking batshit crazy. Like, I mean, out of his fucking gourd. But he's also really clever and amazingly loves audiences, has this love for the audience. And he makes movies for them, not for himself, but for them. Things that he'll enjoy making. But no, I'm not snorting any stuff. Only Snorty does that. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
About Snorty or about Gambit?
About Gambit, because he does seem to have dementia sometimes or something.
Wait, something's going on in there. I thought it was an amazing cast, and like I said before, Kurt Russell really developed a bond with Mel Gibson, and it's so weird they never worked together again. They almost did right before the coup. Mel Gibson was already greenlit to produce a series called Barbary Coast, and it was going to be based off of the book written by the same author that wrote oh my God, The Gangs of New York. And it was going to talk about the crime in the late 1800s. And so got Mel Gibson, got Kurt Russell, and his stepdaughter to agree to be in the film, to star in it. What's her name? Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. So it was going to be a Kate Hudson thing, and it was going to be a series, a mini series based on the book. And it was greenlit, moving forward, and then it disappeared.
Damn,
like so many cool things disappeared when the coup hit. We had so many things in the pipeline to come out that were going to be awesome. It's like, oh my God, finally. And then no. Fauci had to pull his fucking stunt and spread the lies. My issue with Minority Report is that the writers let him get out of town, so he knows it'll happen in the city, so just wait everything out.
Yeah, my issue with Minority Report is the whole pre-crime thing.
But where the horror movie from the 1980s called Vamp, it is like a precursor to. Yeah, no, I like the movie Vamp. It's a weird movie. That's the one with what's her name? Grace Jones. Not Grace. Yeah, Grace Jones, the black chick, right? Singer. Yeah. She's kind of a singer. I don't like her voice. She did a version of Sting, the Police's Demolition Man, and I hated it. I really hated it. It's like, that is awful. Not a fan. My issue with Minority Report is that the writers got you on that. By the way, hi Shinatsky. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Why aren't you on here? Are you still working? Yeah, you're still working.
It's Friday, so he's working, yeah.
Minority Report kind of looks like it could be a pre-Black
Hope you join us tomorrow, Shen.
It really is thematically a lot like the sci-fi in Black Mirror, though I think Black Mirror had some great moments, but once it went to Netflix, it kind of got a little woke for me at times. I got annoyed by it. I mean, when you make the guy that got bullied the villain, when he's not a villain, he's not a villain. It's the Star Trek episode, and I fucking hate that episode. People go, "Oh, yo, it's brilliant." I'm like going, making the victim the villain.
He's
right.
Not a victim.
He is. He gets picked on all the time. And he's just a fucking nerd. And he gets picked on for it. Grace Jones. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah. Watch it again and watch how he gets treated and why he does the thing that he does with creating this virtual world where he can go and be a leader and not get picked on.
No,
and that's
he's not
what it's
a
all
leader.
about.
He's a fucking tyrant.
No, he is. But they did that. The writers did that. I felt that the way to go with that would be for him to learn from these people how to maybe be a stronger person in the real world, because that's really the story there. He's really the main character, the protagonist, not the girl. And I just really hated the way they wrote that. Yes, I wholly agree with you, my friend. He should have been in prison back in the 90s after AZT. That was all him. Well, yeah. Look, Philip K. Dick, when he came up with the idea of this, it was really cutting edge kind of concept. But when you think about it, it hasn't been committed. So how can you really put somebody in prison? Your job should be to prevent. That's all they should be doing, preventing the crime from happening in the first place, stopping it. Grace Jones' greatest hit, Michael Parkinson.
What?
He banged a lot of fucking people, dude. Cool dudes. A lot of cool dudes. And I'm like, really? Okay. Sliders did a better version of Pre-Crime. I am so excited that that thing's moving forward, the new series. I'm like, I hope that, and they're supposedly bringing the cast back. I don't want to get into any discussion today about Firefly, because I'm hearing two things that, yes, this might be about doing a new show, but it's mostly about a podcast. And I'm like, okay, I'd be good with that. I wouldn't mind that. But again, two of the female actors said that they wouldn't be involved if Joss Whedon is. And I'm like going, how can you do something about that show and not have Joss Whedon involved? It's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's his baby. He needs
I think
to be
people need to just grow the fuck up.
My problem is that Ron Glass is dead. And they killed what's his name's character? Resident Alien.
Yeah.
So how's that going to work?
Alan Tudyk. I fucking love that dude.
Gambit,
I'm glad too, but I expected it. It's not like I'm like happy over it. I just expected it because it looked like shit. And I watched 2 trailers and I'm like, this is a garbage idea. It's garbage. I don't care who's in it. It's garbage.
Oh. Everybody who's reviewing it is hating it.
And I watched it, by the way, and it's terrible. It really is. So she starts the movie out as a bitch, and what's her character arc? She becomes more of a psychotic bitch. That's her arc.
Awesome.
She's a feminazi, you know, and ugly, mean, and the Frankenstein monster is in love with her for some fucking reason that I couldn't figure out watching it. Like, she has no redeeming qualities. Black Mirror plot is akin to a guy gets to a tech fix to his junk, and then turns out it's possessing him, making him sexually assault women when he sleeps. Actually, that's a really good idea for a fucking story. That'd be scary. Oh my God. An AI dick. Oh, no. They made a
they already
sequel
did that.
to the Star Trek one. Exactly not. You could argue bullying begets bullying. It's possible, because I was a bully to bullies. If I caught someone bullying somebody else, I was a fucking nightmare for them.
Wait. There's a difference.
There's JT Walsh, by the way.
There's a difference there. You were practically a vigilante, and you
Well, that's how I saw myself. Yeah,
exactly. You see the thing happen, but you took your agency and decided actively to go up and fuck up the bullies. Now, the people who bullies other under the excuse that no, I have been bullied before, so I will I will bully other people. No, man, you at some point you have to admit you're a grown up. You have agency. You can decide not to do the shit.
I know, and that's why it's on them when they do it. Because I specifically know a cop who was bullied really badly in school that became a cop, and he became a complete fucking asshole. And I called him out for it. We were just hanging out one day. I said, I've seen how you talk to people, man. It's not cool. I know that being a cop is a dangerous job, but you don't have to be a fucking asshole about it to people. It's not their fault. Sliders had it where the cops gave you a warning. See, that makes more sense, structurally in a story.
Yeah.
There's a logic behind that.
Exactly. I don't know. Fortunately, the movie was about that saying, yeah, you may think pre-crime is a good idea, but it's shit.
Hey, we got a new subscriber.
Who?
John Nerdiness. Thank you. We didn't get a notification past that one. That's weird. Because usually I don't see a notification from YouTube. But anyway, thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. Glad you're enjoying the show.
I think YouTube only notifies you when they join.
Yeah, okay. Well, for subscribing to the channel, I'm going to give you, let me see, what video do I want to give? Where's Balls? Where the fuck is Balls?
Of course you want that one.
Well, it's a thank you video. It actually has thank you on it. Thank you for liking Balls. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right, fuck it. I'm going to give you this one. This is a favorite of Anima's.
Vanny, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Nobody can overact like that guy.
Yeah, the reason I love it is because I know the story behind it, that he had the sound guy in on it and just did that out of the blue to make the director.
Yeah, he was just but the fucking director liked it so much he kept it in the film.
Yeah.
Let's see. Unlike Star Trek Youth, some characters was a big part of Firefly. River is a traumatized girl. It's a different character when it's an adult. Yeah. It's disrespectful to the book. And honestly, it disrespects the original author, Mary Shelley. Absolutely, wholeheartedly agree. Penny is here, guys.
Hi, Penny.
Everybody, say hi to Penny.
And she got sick from her grandbaby. Oh, that sucks. Children are petri dishes.
Oh, and the RSV is terrible. If you're over 50, it's rough. It is so rough.
Dude, I'm not, and that shit knocked me on my ass 2 times.
That movie is a fever dream nightmare. Tetsuo the Iron Man. I've seen it twice.
There are 3 of them.
I've only watched that one, and it's like, holy shit. I don't think I want to watch that. It gives me like the heebie-jeebies.
It's not for the faint.
I thought the general concept looked like an okay idea, but from the first trailer, it looked like it was Frank and Harley Quinn. Yeah, it looked bad. The whole 1930s, 1920s thing, I fucking hated it. And and they're trying to turn them into like Bonnie and Clyde. And it's just fucking ridiculous. And I'm totally glad that it did receive so much hate. I gave a bad review on X. I just said, I can't get that time back that I wasted watching that. And I watched it at almost 1.5 times speed. So in order to get through it faster, because it was painful to fucking watch. Great fucking idea. Maggie Gill. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you right now, Maggie Gyllenhaal doesn't have any of the talent. She clearly doesn't have the looks from like her brother Jake. Her brother is talented, funny, a really decent person, and he's a good actor, and he's just fun to watch on screen when he's in a movie. Maggie, you can't say that about. She's a slope-eyed, ugly, eyes droop downward. She's got a weird fucking face. She is unattractive, and I even would go so far as to say she's ugly. And I think she's an ugly person too, because she's your typical neo-feminist. And some of the shit she says, I mean, she fucking showed up to that event with a tie on, made of her own pubic hair.
Ah, damn.
I did not need to know this.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, that was in the news. I'm not saying something that you couldn't accidentally find out on your own. I don't know. I'm kind of done with Harley Quinn as a character. Give it another 5 years and then bring it back. The movie came out the same year as Married to the Mob, which also has Michelle Pfeiffer, and the same year as the original Hairspray. And of course, Pfeiffer was in the musical remake. Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Nonsense, Gary. She blew up in The Dark Knight very well. I wanted to see the chunks. I didn't get to see the chunks. So it wasn't good enough for me, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, it's like they because I don't like the other chick that played the same character in the first film. I don't think she's good looking. Her eyes are weird. And then they bring in an even uglier girl to play her in the next film, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, she was so great!" And I'm like, "Fuck off, man!" Like Christian Bale in real life would never date someone that looks like Maggie Gyllenhaal. 100 times more talented than her. Yeah, absolutely agree. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a good actor. And I got to be honest with you, even though I thought it was a terrible remake, I enjoyed Roadhouse with him and fucking Crazy Irishman. Roadhouse. I'm just telling you, man, if you just let go of it being a remake, it's kind of its own film, does its own things, and it just thematically has a lot of the shit from the first film. And it's not like a total remake of it. And it's fucking enjoyable. I like the fighting in it. I like that he did his own fighting in it. Now he actually was hit and hit Connor, and fucking nailed him. But Connor also nailed him one time that scared the shit out of Connor, because he hits pretty fucking hard. I need to become a Nepo baby. Get the blow 90 mil on a vanity project. There you go, buddy. Jake Gyllenhaal is good. Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Why aren't you? Why aren't you a Nepo baby? Jake Gyllenhaal is great, virile and brilliant actor. Absolutely agree. I don't know about the virile part, but he was almost Spider-Man, which makes his casting as Mysterio even better. Absolutely, and I loved him as Mysterio. He was great in that fucking movie.
At some point, are we going to say anything about this movie?
Yeah, well, look, we've had a great chat going here, and I like interacting with the chat. But I was about to when you said that. I was going to comment on the bartender here because I suspected that he was the main bad guy in this, but it ends up being Raul Julia because I kept thinking, oh, he's the one. He's the guy.
They make him look bad.
Oh no, he's just an.
It was a misdirect, and I'm like, oh, you got me. All right.
Now, when I saw the voice on the phone, the Carlos voice, and I was trying to put a face to the voice, and I couldn't. But then when they showed Julia, I said, "Oh, of course, this is Carlos."
Yep. And he is really good as the villain in this. He really is. Like, God, man, you get a movie like this that would typically be listed as like a B movie, a thriller act with a little bit of action in it, and then you get Raul Julia in there, and it becomes an A-list movie. And he's one of the main reasons. It's not just because Michelle Pfeiffer's in this movie, because Mel Gibson and Kurt are really known for action and shit like that, both of them. She kind of made this movie good, but then Raul Julia steps in and makes this movie fucking great. And even though, like, Animus, like, one of her criticisms was this wasn't as good as, what was the other film you said?
Backdraft. I like that one way more.
And that's because it's more of a personal drama. This really isn't. This is about friendship, because Mel Gibson's character has a friendship with this DEA officer, and he also has a relationship with the main gangster who saved him in prison. That's where they're connected. And so I found this film is really enjoyable. And I think that if you watch this movie a second time, you will like it more. Because like I said before with the other film, Minority Report, all this stuff is happening. And so you're kind of not really able to enjoy the acting as much. But I pointed something out that's really important about the love triangle in this. And it's not really a love triangle, because there's a broken line in that relationship. It is Kurt going after her and she being receptive, but she is in love with Mel, and it's obvious as you watch the movie go along that she is going after him all the time. She's always like, she could walk out of the house when she got pissed at Mel, but he calls her slick. And she about faces and goes back to him. And the only woman that will do that is a woman who has feelings for you. Because if Kurt Russell had done that, she would have written him off, but not the Mel character. And when I saw that scene, I knew she was in love with that character, the way it was written. And Robert Towne, by the way, wrote and directed this film. Robert Towne, Chinatown, dude, the two Jakes, great fucking writer, man. He's in my top 10 list of favorite writers over the last 100 years for screenplays. And I loved how he wrote these characters, and that he put that little bit of evidence in there for us that she doesn't pursue Kurt, she pursues Mel in this film. And that tells you it's not an actual love triangle. Does that make sense, the way I'm saying it?
Kinda.
Because even though she's attracted to Kurt, she never pursues him in this movie, not once.
It's always him making the first step.
Exactly. He's always making the move. But with Mel, it's different. She turned around at that moment, and I'm like, oh my God, she is in love with that character, because no woman will fucking do that with just some guy that she's annoyed with. And I like that. I like that, he wrote it that way. It's a very clever way of writing it. And in the end, Kurt Russell figures it out too. She's not in love with me. She's in love with him. And so he facilitates her going to the beach and finding him and in that final like happy ending moment where he's still alive and shit. And I agree with Chris. There are better ways of depicting blacks other than being racially inclined. Well, I get really tired of it because it's like always saying that blacks are only this one thing. And it's like, man, I think it's very disrespectful to the black community, man. You've got like black doctors, black lawyers, and they always got to make them, when they do a movie about a black lawyer, they got to make it all urban with them. That they got their black posse. And I'm like going, you guys are fucking idiots when you do that shit. You really show your racist card in Hollywood. Because they're very racist in Hollywood. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but according to them, only white people can be racist.
Right.
That's
yeah.
stupid.
Well, some of them. Yeah, there's a percentage out there that actually fucking believe that racism only goes one direction. Chris was genuinely and rightfully concerned about the content of it. Backdraft is underrated. Absolutely agree. I love that fucking movie. And one of my favorite bands that I used to go see all the time is in that fucking movie. The Drovers. They're a great Irish rock folk band in Chicago. Tango and Cash, it's a fun, stupid movie. Check your brain at the door, because if you try to make sense of some of the shit in there, you are going to walk away unhappy. I love Tango and Cash. And again, I don't get why Kurt wasn't wanting to do the sequel where their kids are cops, adult cops, you know. Shell and Kurt are getting it on here. Yeah, oh yeah, man. She gets 2 fucking action stars of that period in this movie. Another movie in the 80s, and she later gets to play the wife of another action star, Harrison Ford, in one of the worst thrillers I've ever seen. I mean, it was all the way up to the reveal. I was into that movie, and then Harrison Ford smiles, showing that he's the killer, and I was like. And he chuckles, and I'm like, I don't buy it. I'm not buying it. It's just, this really fell apart for me right at that reveal moment. Another movie in the 80s. Absolutely. Now, that movie is a movie that has an actual love triangle, because she is emotionally in love with Jeff Bridges' character, and she is scared and drawn for protection from the other character, but loves him too. But one is out of emotional, sexual love. The other one is about fear and protection with James Woods. And James Woods is fucking brilliant in that fucking movie. When he delivers that line at the end, in my face, right in my fucking face, right at the end, right before he gets shot, I'm like, God damn, that was some good acting. So, yeah, Slasher Fred, huge fan of Against All Odds. It doesn't just have a great song by Phil Collins. It is actually a really great fucking movie. And oddly, I think it's as good as the original film Out of the Past, which is it is my absolute favorite noir film of all time. I remember when Universal Studios used to have the Backdraft ride. Yeah. Whatever happened to that? I wonder. Because it just sort of like just disappeared one day. I love this shot. And by the way, what this is supposed to tell you is how long these two have been friends, that they're sitting on swings talking to each other. It was a very subtle way of showing that these two have known each other since childhood. And Robert Towne made a very good film here. It was so many subtleties that I don't think people appreciate the subtle natures of the relationships in this film that he put in there for you to, if you're paying attention, you will catch. And the problem is you'll get so caught up in the action of the film that you miss all these little subtle things that he's giving you about the characters and their relationships. Exactly. Why is it that the blacks got to be urban? You know what? That sentence would be so much better if you took out the. It just sounds weird. But I know you're European, so you're being trying to be grammatically correct. But I agree with you. They always have to have them being urban. I think one of my favorite moments in the movie, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. What the fuck is his name? I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. God, I love that fucking movie. I really do. It's one of my favorite parody films. There he is. God, what is his name? He's the reporter journalist doing the interviews. And he didn't even make the first page. That's shameful. They should be ashamed of themselves for not showing him. So let's go to the second page. He was also one of the guys that would go on and do In Living Color with the Wayans brothers. And he always plays a nerdy dude because he was. And so in this movie, he plays a reporter, and another guy says, well, being that we're in an urban setting, you should understand that too, right? And the reporter goes, oh no, I grew up in the suburbs. He's got such a white voice when he talks. David Alan Grier, so fucking funny, and I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, as the black journalist that sounds like a white guy. I remember when Universal Studios used to have the Backdraft ride. I love this scene. I don't think there's a scene in this movie that I don't love. It's hard for me to pick like a favorite scene. I think if I had a favorite scene, it is the scene where Raul and Mel are on the boat getting drunk, and he's like, we've got to kill the girl because she knows too much. She could put us in prison. And he says, well, what if I don't agree with it? Then we will stay here until you do.
Yeah, that was funny. That's a good one.
Right. And it's said in a funny way. The way Raul delivers that line is hilarious. I fucking love this movie. Might have perfected this aperture too. Now, I love Tony Scott as a director. I really do. It still breaks my heart that he killed himself. It just breaks my heart. What a great director. He is so much better than his brother, Ridley. The glowing use of the orangish color filter resembling the sunset. That was pretty typical. I think what they use now a lot of the time, and I think it was Costner who started using it, because it goes all the way back to the 50s. William Wyler was notorious for using sky filters. A beautiful sky, and he would put a slight hint of gray in that sky with a filter over the lens. And it was fucking beautiful the way he did that. And if you're not paying attention, you wouldn't notice it. But I pay attention to that shit. Like I had my meeting last night with the director of this movie I'm doing a movie poster for. And we had a great meeting. He loves my artwork so far. And I look forward to when I get to show it to you guys when it's finished. It's very Drew Struzan. And he's so tickled. It's got the classic guy and the girl relationship and the relationship the two have with this trained dog named Chief. And my drawing of the dog is just, I really like it.
It's gorgeous. I love what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I love drawing dogs. I have to put the vest back on him though. According to our meeting last night, that he goes, oh yeah, if Joaquin sees this, he's going to lose his shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, where's the vest? Put his specialty vest on, because he wears a special vest. The real dog does too, Chief, the real Chief. And but he was like, just we started
it's a sign for these dogs. They wear the vest, they're working. No goofing around while you're wearing it. When the vest is off, they get to be dogs.
One of the things we started talking about, Anima, that you would have enjoyed the conversation, we were both bitching about the constant use of teal and orange. These color corrections are awful in movies today.
Where so you get, tired of seeing
all
this.
Blues are tealish looking, aquamarine, and all of the skin and everything's orangish. And it's like, did these guys learn anything in film school? And he said, I've been working with some guys that work in color, and they don't know what I'm talking about when I tell them to do this. It's like the first thing you really need to pay attention to is white. You need to make sure that you're not picking up too much white on the skin. It'll ruin color grade later. And he says that, you know, he admitted it. They're fucking idiots. And he won't work with them again when he does it. He's like, these people don't know what they're doing. I'll just tell them, you're not needed. This film has a tendency of using good natural colors, but like when you're outside, they really enhance the warmth of the area with the sun and all that shit. That's the only place I really notice it in this film. I do like that most of the night shots are night shots done at night. I like that. I really hate it when I see a modern film, which we just watched one, where they did a day for night shot. It's a modern film and it's weird when I see it.
Oh, you mean The Mummy?
Yep.
Yeah, that was weird. Didn't look good.
No, it didn't. The night shots when they shoot at night in the movie look great.
Yeah.
The way they have everything lit. And by the way, she enjoyed The Mummy, the new Mummy. And I always said, I don't really see it as The Mummy.
I
see
enjoyed
it
both
as
of them.
a version of Indiana Jones type movie. It's not The Mummy.
It's very different from the original.
But it does keep certain elements from the original film that I do appreciate that's in there. The names, some of the things that are said, and her reminding him of what's her name? The Egyptian woman, what's her name?
I don't know.
don't remember.
Because he's Imhotep, his character.
Imhotep.
Yeah, Imhotep, and she.
Her name starts with an A, but that's all that I remember.
And it's the same names. I also like the name Ardith. Ardith Bay is in this movie, but it's played by Oded Fair. And Ardith Bay, of course, was the name that the Mummy took when he was pretending to be human.
Okay.
In the original film.
Anxunamun.
Exactly.
That's it. Anxunamun.
Yeah.
I love that name. I can't say it, but I fucking love that name. Anxunamun. Played by the beautiful Patricia Velasquez, who returns in the second movie, and this time you really get to see her in action in the second film. It's a fun. I like those two films. I didn't like the third one. I mean, it had its moments, but Rachel Weisz wasn't there, so I kind of checked out because I like Rachel Weisz, and the other chick just doesn't match up. Oh yeah, I have to take out the syllable the and just leave in with blacks. Yeah, it's just because that's how we say it here with black people. You know, when you say the, there's I don't know, there feels like a subjugation thing going on just in that one word, the. Had Tony lived furthermore, he would have rocked the world again and again. I absolutely, because I imagine what Top Gun Maverick would have been, because he was the one pushing it forward, and Tom Cruise kept it going for Tony. He wanted to make that movie for Tony, and I thought it was wonderful. But we call her Sue for short. Shut up, Reed. That's funny. This movie was shot after Lethal Weapon 1 in 87 or 88. I think this movie was between the two. Let me check. I love it when you type in Mel Gibson, not Brooks, is the first name that pops up. Yeah, everybody was missing you.
I know.
Yeah, we could hardly wait until you gave us your opinion on this movie.
She decided to finally join the show.
So let me get down there. Okay, Lethal Weapon. Yep, it was right between them, dude. Lethal Weapon 87, Tequila Sunrise 88, and Lethal Weapon 2 89. Then one of my other favorite films with Goldie Hawn, because like I said, he had a close bond with those two. They made Bird on a Wire, which I actually enjoy that film. It's a Hitchcockian style action yarn. And you know the sad thing, we just lost Robert Towne back in 24. What a great writer. And it's so sad that he and Jack Nicholson stopped being friends over the movie The Two Jakes. Let's see. Tony Scott's The Hunger TV series, something I still never watched, or the original film, based on, when it basically drives him into self-delete. Ends with her going off to make Tony her next victim. If that's a joke, that's not funny. I think one of the big mysteries for me, I just don't remember. What happened to his kid's mother? I can't remember what happened to her.
Nothing. You never.
I don't think you learned it.
Last time you see her is when in the kid's birthday, and last you know about her is when she go picks the boy off camera, and that's it.
I just thought it was weird. We don't learn anything.
Oh, Shinatsky clarified. That's not a joke. That's a real episode.
Oh, okay.
Only thing about this movie, man, it really pushes me to go to an Italian restaurant and have a really caloric heavy plate of pasta.
Rigatoni quattro formaggi.
Why?
Maybe
because it looks like the restaurant.
I prefer my rigatonis and raviolis and tortellinis, all that kind of thing. I prefer it with meat filling instead of cheese.
Rigatoni are not filled; they're tubes.
They're filled.
No.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that, Gambit. I kept thinking, wow, that looks like Matt LeBlanc. So yeah, when we're watching the TV in that one scene, honey, where they have the Heinz commercial, that's fucking Matt LeBlanc from Friends and Lost in Space. The Italian guy that I like so much from Friends, that I show you outtakes with, between him and Chandler, are the funniest fucking ones because they were roommates. And I mean,
the ill-conceived continuation of Top Gear without the real Top Gear guy.
I felt bad for him because he is a gearhead. He is a gearhead.
Yeah, he knew his stuff.
Oh yeah,
but
I didn't know that until he was on Edward. What is that show called? The something Norton show over in England. And he's been on there a few times. And
Graham Norton.
Yeah, Graham Norton. And he was on there with what's her name, the Queen of the Dragons or Mother of Dragons. And she was fucking like, oh my God, flirting with him like really hard. And she's like squeeing like a little girl at one point talking to him. And he's like kind of into it. He's like, oh yeah. She goes, I just want you to say something to me. Would you ask me how I'm doing? And he does it. He does it with the voice and the eyebrow.
Yeah.
He goes, how you doing? And she goes, oh my God. And she about lost her shit. and a bunch of fucking assholes out there started like, that was so creepy, him hitting on her. I'm like, she started it. Fuck off. She's not a child, for Christ's sakes. She's a full-grown adult.
Yeah. Have you noticed how all women have agency until they are asked something from a man?
Yep.
Then they are children again.
I loved it when I was with Zoe's mother. My ex was like pissing and moaning that I'm being so creepy and skeevy. And I said, you know what's interesting in this conversation? I just realized that the age difference between her and I is smaller than the age gap between you and me. And you don't think you're being creepy going out with me. Huh. That ended that conversation. I just discovered filming dates for the Tequila Sunrise from IMDb. Reminds me of Akira, the anime masterpiece that came out the same year. No, his singing in this movie is absolutely a spotlight in this movie to watch. It's great. Absolutely. In fact, he got screwed by the network with his TV show, which was great. I love that show.
Joey?
And no, the show he did back in the 20-teens.
Wasn't it Joey? The show
No.
in which he the one in which he plays a version of himself in which he's an asshole.
No, that was a good show too. No, I like that one. Called oh shit, I forget the name of the show. It's an HBO miniseries where he plays a version of himself. That's really an exaggerated version. And I did enjoy that show. No, he was in a show, and that one's called Episodes. That's the name of that show, Episodes. A good show on Showtime. But no, Man with a Plan. He did 4 seasons, and the show is doing great, and they canceled it. And he felt so betrayed because they had told him that they will give him all the time he needs to get this show to be the top show. And then just pulled the rug out from under him. And what did he do? He stopped doing TV for a bit. He took a break. He's like, fuck you people.
Oh, come on, Shinatsky. Don't be like that.
No, I absolutely agree with you, Reed. I love that show. It's funny as shit. And the version of the fictional version of Matt LeBlanc in that is so fucking funny. He is such an asshole. Like constantly looking to bang somebody, a woman. It's easy to write men. Just think of a woman, then add reason and accountability. Oh my God. In an episode of Married with Children. I don't remember that at all. There's such a dark comic element to this film. This movie, yeah. There's it's a very serious film at its core. Commercially successful, grossing over 100 million in the box office, really, but its critical reception was mixed. Well, I'll tell you, this guy liked it. I enjoyed it. I saw it a couple of times in the theater. If I go to see a movie a second time in the theater, I really fucking liked it. I did the same thing when Matt LeBlanc was in Lost in Space. I went to see that in the theater 3 times.
Man, I do like that movie a lot.
It had certain things in there that felt true to the original series, and I liked it. And Gary Oldman, his version of Dr. Smith was really fucking scary.
Yeah.
And fun. He was fun and scary.
Freaking psychopath is what he was.
Yes. I like it when he's got his back to Will, and Will goes, "You could go with me. You're an adult." And he goes, "Yes, I am." And he's got that smile on his face, like I worked him right where I needed him. Poor Will. And then Will gets played by Richard Harris's son later, when when they're in the future and he's grown up in the movie.
Yep.
And I'm like, holy shit, that's Jared Harris, Richard Harris's son. Co-star Stephen Mangang is quite good too. Should check out the British sitcom Green Wing he was in. I'll check it out. It was commercially successful. Yeah.
Dude, I made a mistake Googling for Tequila Sunrise without adding film to it. Oh, like
Yeah, because it'll just bring the drinks up.
recipes. Yeah, no, I want one. Fuck. One of the few cocktails I actually like.
Now, I will tell you, the movie, it really was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Cinematography because it's a beautiful looking film.
Hey, Parrot's head is in the house.
Hey, Parrot.
My goodness, son. I'm having the munchies. I'm so hungry, man.
Just a little bit of trivia about it. Some of the actors that were considered for either Kurt Russell or for Mel Gibson's roles were Harrison Ford, Alec Baldwin, Nick Nolte, and Jeff Bridges. And I could easily see all of those guys in this movie. And basically, Nick Nolte would have just been playing Casey again from 48 Hours. Because that's the character he plays when he plays either a cop or a villain. A little bit of trivia here too. The love scene between Gibson and Pfeiffer in the hot tub. Apparently, the hot tub was not prepared correctly, so it wasn't chlorinated, resulting in them getting skin rashes and splinters.
Splinters.
Nasty.
Not just them, but their body doubles too. Both.
At least they didn't get sick like the people on the rock.
Yeah.
When he insisted on warming the water up and everybody got the shits. Fucking Sean Connery.
Good old Sean.
Being a pussy.
Robert Towne originally wrote the Gibson character getting killed. And but that had to be changed because Warner Brothers made it clear that to get the deal that he had to live somehow, and that the real high for him, quote, was never doing the drugs, but the danger of dealing the drugs, that he could not be like doing the drugs, no cocaine. He had to be clean. Those are two of the conditions the studio put on him to fund the film. And so he made the changes. Is that you, sweetheart, clicking your mouse? Martin, is that you?
You should be hearing that.
I'm hearing it.
Did it switch it off again?
Most likely.
No, it didn't.
Well, turn it off and turn it back on. That's the first thing IT tells you. Turn it off and turn it back on.
I know. Can you hear it now?
Nope.
I can even make the words you are typing by the sound of your keys.
God damn, Raul Julia is so good in this scene. When he scares the shit out of him, oh fuck, I laugh so hard.
I was surprised by his singing.
Well, he's done Broadway musicals.
But he's singing opera in this. He's singing opera arias, and it's surprisingly good.
And I do believe he actually sings something in the original Addams Family film, not the first one, not the second.
Mamushka is what he sings. I think that's in the second one. Not sure.
So here you go. Raul Julia was a celebrated actor with a powerful operatic presence, renowned for his commanding stage performances and vocal talent, particularly in musical theater. He delivered standout singing performances in several major Broadway productions, showcasing his baritone voice and dramatic flair. In the Three Penny Opera, Julia played Mac the Knife, delivering the iconic ballad, which Macheath begs all men for forgiveness, and other songs with intensity and nuance. His performance was a defining moment in the revival of that earned him a critical acclaim from critics. The movie Nine, 1982. He originated the role of Guido Contini, a Fellini-esque film director in this musical. His rendition of The Impossible Dream and other numbers demonstrated his ability to blend emotional depth with his vocal strength. Then, in a production 1992 of Man of La Mancha, Julia starred as Don Quixote Miguel de how do you pronounce that last name, Martin? Cervantes. Miguel de Cervantes. Okay, performing the legendary The Impossible Dream again, and other songs with soaring passion, further cementing his reputation as a gifted musical performer. And of course, he sings twice in this movie, a cappella.
Okay.
And it's really good.
I'm gonna make a little confession here. All my life, every time I hear the name Miguel de Cervantes, I have this mental joke. It's because the name sounds like cerveza with its beer.
Yeah.
So Cervantes, wow, I go directly to beer.
I get that.
I love this yacht. This is old school yacht. This is the kind of yacht that what's his name? Heard the great newspaper mogul had that murder took place on.
Don't know.
They show it in the movie The Cat's Meow. And in that one, Eddie Izzard plays Charlie Chaplin. And I do believe Randolph Hearst. Randolph Hearst was played by the guy with the shaky eyes that played Dracula.
Shaky ass?
Yeah, he has that condition. Anima, you remember that condition that causes the eyes to shake?
Oh, eyes.
Nystagmus.
Yeah.
It was 1977. He was on Broadway, and then he did the movie. '79, 1979, he did Dracula, and it's not a very good movie. It's got so many problems. Frank Langella.
Skeletor, you mean?
He did a great job at Skeletor.
Yes, he did.
And in fact, he survives at the end.
Yeah.
But
he hates doing that character now because of they really screw him up with that character. He was prepping for portraying him in some way, and then the director had to turn it down, and they put a big headpiece because he trained for the fight. And when the headpiece that they put for the final fight, he couldn't do the move, so he had a bad experience with something that he really wanted to do again for his children, because his kids loved Masters of the Universe.
Who was it that Parrot? Thank you, Parrot. But you did misspell Hearst. His name is spelled like Patty Hearst. It's because she's in the family. Hearst. Hearst. But Cat's Meow is actually, it's a pretty good film if you've never seen it. But I'm going to go look. No, Edward Herrmann played Randolph Hearst in it. And it pretty much tells you who killed who in the movie. Because I've always believed it was Hearst that killed him. Yeah, this is the scene right here where his cousin gets smoked because he betrayed him.
Yep.
Setting him up. They find his body out there in the harbor, 2 bullet holes in it. And you don't find out until the end that JT Walsh is actually a bad guy.
Yep. Well, there are hints since the moment in which he pressures Kurt to manufacture evidence. Then he's using Mel's cousin for entrapment. That was entrapment.
Oh yeah.
And at the end, when he says, "Well, if I can arrest him, I'm gonna just kill them all."
And that's what he tries to do. And Kurt Russell shoots him. A very satisfying moment. But JT Walsh is just such a good actor. And it's so sad that, from 1987 all the way up into the 90s, man, he was becoming a legend actor in some of the roles he played. And then he fucking goes and dies young. Good fucking actor, man. Raul Julia did a movie, by the way, that I really like, despite Jane Fonda being in it. It's Jeff Bridges, Jane Fonda, and Raul Julia in a movie called oh crap, I just forgot the name of the film. I had it in my head and then it just disappeared on me.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, like that's the first time for me. Let's see. Morning After, I think. Morning After movie. Yeah, Jane Fonda, Jeff Bridges, The Morning After, and Raul Julia. It's actually a very good fucking movie. Yeah, Citizen Kane is just, there are films, and then there are films that actually are works of art, and that's a work of art. We now know Hooked on Phonics worked for Gary. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for outing me. Citizen Kane depicted the life of William Randolph Hearst in very, semi-fictional way. Did not make him look good. And the joke in the movie is Rosebud, because in real life, Rosebud was the name Hearst gave to what's her name? His mistress. God, her name escapes me now. Anyway, that was the name of her genitals. Called Rosebud.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It was a completely an absolute dirty dig at Randolph Hearst by Orson Welles.
Gary's brain don't work so good.
So good. You got to have the accent over the U, buddy. Still is a work of art. That is, absolutely. I was a Penthouse guy, brother. Even Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of them. Yep, I wholly agree. It's a perfect movie.
What? Boobless hours?
I got to go back to what he said. Oldman as Smith had potential, and though the film is a tonal shift, Gary Smith is arguably close to the series' original intent for Smith. What movie is this?
Space. Lost in Space.
Oh, Lost in Space, yeah.
Yeah, but his previous comment before this one is this one. Cervantes just made me think Pirates and the game Soul Calibur.
But Gary Oldman is also one of those movie actors that brings the quality of the film up by just being in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a fan of a film, Romeo is Bleeding. I like that movie. Anybody remember that film? I do.
Haven't seen it.
It was a steamy, sexy neo-noir thriller. Gary, when it came out in the 90s, and I like the movie. Romeo is Bleeding. Yeah, what a good fucking
heard of
movie.
it.
There we go. Let me share my screen. Present, share screen. Romeo is Bleeding. Share. Can you see it, Martin?
Yeah. Let me pause, take down, bring up. Yeah, that looks like a really Gary Oldman scenes.
Yeah, it's like Romeo is Bleeding tagline, the story of a cop who wanted it bad and got it worse. And you got Juliette Lewis in it, and what is her name? She's a gorgeous actress.
You got my interest.
There it is, Annabella Sciorra. She is really fucking good in that. She's the main femme fatale in this movie, and it's a damn good movie. But you have to really like neo-noir to enjoy the film. That's the poster that I saw in the theater when it opened. And Roy Scheider's in it too. I forgot that. And yes, there are sexual scenes in it. And that's what they kind of went for. But you got actors like fucking Will Patton is in it, man. Another guy that raises the quality of your film by just being in it. Annabella, got Tony Sirocco, I don't know. He's from the Sopranos. James Cromwell's fucking in it too. God damn,
Michael Wincott, man, I love that guy.
Which one? I missed it.
Michael Wincott.
Oh, Michael Wincott. Fuck, I missed that. Bad Photograph. Yeah, great fucking actor right there. If you need a character with a gravelly voice, that's the guy you need. And I can't remember, was it him or the other actor that they're both in The Crow, but one of them was the one that sadly held the gun that killed.
Yeah,
Brandon.
The one who played, I forgot the nicknames of.
Because you had Michael Wincott, and then you had the other guy.
It wasn't David.
Looking. There it is.
There. Farm boy.
This is the man that had the gun in his hand that killed Brandon Lee. And it's not his fault, but it scarred him for life. It really did.
Understandable.
I didn't know it. We lost him in 2016, man. Look at that guy. God, he was a good actor. Yeah, it almost ended his career, not because by anybody else, because nobody really knew who pulled the trigger. It was the fucking guilt he had. And it's like, it's not his fucking fault. But you look at it and you go, well, look at what we do now, where you have to check a weapon. You should. Every actor should be trained to check a weapon if they're going to fucking be firing one in a movie, and to make sure there's no rounds in there. And in this case, what happened was they wanted an extra heavy load Magnum round for a bigger flame when fired. And there's a large dummy bullet in there that became a real fucking bullet, a fucking Magnum round with a hot load behind it. And it just fucking killed Brandon. God damn. I don't know if I told you guys, I actually went to his funeral.
No.
Huge, huge turnout there in Seattle.
Not surprised.
And of course, that's also where Bruce is buried. Yeah, Darkwing Duck. I used to watch that with my kids. Oldman as Smith. Yep, absolutely. I fucking loved him as Dr. Smith, man. Let's get back down here. Extreme Prejudice. Nick Nolte and Powers Booth are so fucking good in that movie, man. As old friends that have to kill one. One has to die. And intense fucking ending. I love that movie.
Why though?
Crime. Because the shit that Powers Booth did. Powers Booth went too far. His character went too far. And Nick Nolte is there as a ranger to bring him in or kill him. And it ends up in a gunfight between the two. And what a cast of fucking extras in that movie, man. Have you seen that movie, Martin?
No.
You need to see that fucking movie. Extreme Prejudice, Nick Nolte. I'm just going to give you some of the list. 1987. A Texas Ranger and a ruthless narcotics kingpin. They're childhood friends that now are adversaries. Sound familiar? Directed by Walter Hill, written by main writer John Milius, with Fred Rexer and Derek Washburn. But John Milius was the main writer on this. Starring Nick Nolte, Powers Booth, and fucking Michael Ironside.
Oh,
You also wait. I'm not done yet. Rip Torn is in it. Clancy Brown, William Forsythe, Larry B. Scott is in this. Let me look at some more fucking good actors in this movie. Tiny Lister is in it. Tom Lister. You know, the guy that played Debo on Friday. You got knocked the fuck out. Hispanic actor Marco Rodriguez, very good fucking actor. Another one of those with one of those voices. And then, of course, the classic, he either plays a trucker or a redneck, Mickey Jones. In fact, one of the weirdest roles I ever saw him in was as a passenger on the train in Total Recall with Schwarzenegger. He's the guy with the beard that talks to him on the train about being on Mars. Siskel agreed with Ebert somewhat, but he liked it more than him, saying, I'd say about 2/3 of the picture I thought was fascinating. Robert Towne wrote Chinatown, this movie, some kind of complexity and double crossing as that film. Yeah, it's not going to go as neat. This is not really a neo-noir film. This is a action thriller. It's a different kind of animal. Cervantes just makes me think Pirates in the Game, Soul Calibur. Oh yeah, we read that one already. Extreme Prejudice. Yep. Man, you cannot go. No, you can't. I love Nick Nolte in films, man. I'll tell you a film that's an odd one, but it's still enjoyable. Is Nothing But Trouble with Julia Roberts, and they hated each other in real life, making the film, and they're supposed to be romantically tied to each other, and they're good actors. That's all I got to say, because I didn't notice the hate. Oh wait, what was that about Dracula? Dracula, frankly, is as good as Bela Lugosi was, and still is in 1930. Yeah, but it veered too far off of the source material for me. I could, like, they switched Lucy again. I'm like, stop doing that. We now know Hooked. Oh, how far back are we? God damn, man. The eerie part, the one that got Brandon in real life, was also the same one that killed his character in the film. Yeah. As he had a minor role in Seven. The film's soundtrack spawned the single Surrender Me. I got to tell you, one of my favorite songs is by Crowded House in this movie. I'm sad they're not using the Milius script in King Conan. Yeah, they said they're not gonna. I'm like, why? Why? Before filming commenced, the actors attached to the lead roles include. Yeah, I've already mentioned that. Yeah, and oh wow, this is interesting. Jay Scott, a critic I've never heard his name before, from Toronto, called the film the Casablanca of the cocaine generation.
Okay.
which Warner Brothers paraphrased in their advertising, where they changed it to say the Casablanca of the 80s in when they did like the media and the covers for the VHS. That review is on there. The Casablanca of the 80s. That was a kind comment. I don't agree, but I do like this film. Casablanca is a far superior film. And I'm not just saying it because it's such a beloved classic. I'm saying that because as a guy who's seen the movie, it's a stronger story than this. There is actually more at risk in Casablanca than there is in this, other than life. And that one is a potential loss of more lives if something isn't done for the French underground. I like that. It makes Casablanca even stronger. Martin, Anima, have you two seen Casablanca?
Oh yeah.
Anima?
Yeah, way back when with my dad, but I don't really remember anything.
We'll have to watch it again because it's a film I like to pull out every once in a while. I like to whip
it's a
it out.
classic, so
I like to whip that movie out.
No, please don't whip out anything.
I love Casablanca, but I'm more inclined to the Maltese Falcon. I don't know why.
It is a superior film, period. No, I agree with you. But Casablanca is a good film. As far as the propaganda goes, yeah, it's in there, but it's believable propaganda because people did shit like that. So for me, it was realistic. And so in the end, I can't remember, did Raul Julia die because of
he died
in the explosion?
No, before that, freaking Fed
shot him right here. That's right.
Yep, he shot him in the head.
Shot him in the face. He fucking hits him in the face and then misses every shot after that. And thank God, because Mel would have been killed.
I think that shot was just a lucky shot.
That is one of the best stage plays turned into a film I've ever seen. Key Largo. It is on my list of favorite Bogart films and really favorite films of all time. Yeah, here's where he gets shot. And the big thing here is that he's rewrapping the fuel line. And then when he knows that Raul has the gun on him, he unwraps it again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what causes the death. Well, the final explosion that almost killed him, which in the original script, it would have killed him. He would have died in it. The movie script was a little more Michael Mann, going for that believable dark ending where your hero dies.
I don't know if that would have worked at the box office.
Yeah, that was the scene with the airplane. It's not a full-size plane. And so they hired a bunch of little people, midgets and dwarves, to stand out there around the plane to make it look like it was full size. Yeah, see? Yeah. You're hanging around with, fuck. Man, Edward G. Robinson was so good in that. Go ahead, soldier. Pick it up. But Bogart knows there's no fucking bullet in the chamber. That's why the gangster is acting so tough. He's making it sound like there's a bullet in there when there isn't. So he calls him out for it, making him look like a coward.
Okay, Tim. Okay. You have your back door and your team video. Okay, let's go with
some pictures of civilian casualties.
Fuck you, Tim.
That's your hello, and here's your back.
Sneaked in here the back way.
Johnny Rocco, that's right. And I love Bogart when he says, "You don't understand," when he's talking to her, who you're talking to. And then he starts telling who Johnny Rocco is. And that impresses Edward G. Robinson, his character, because he's like, "Oh, you know who I am then, huh? Yeah, see? Yeah." How's it going, Tim? Hope you're doing good today. And this is the happy ending that Kurt Russell gives her. Not the kind you get in a massage parlor.
You had to go there.
Of course.
Words. I mean, I said the words, and somebody's already thinking it, so I have to say it to confirm it. What did they find him at the studio in Africa again? Because that's where they found the last ones. And they're not full episodes. It's only partial. I'm hoping they get some full ones, because what they did for the ones that were only partial or where they only got the audio, they added animation so they could re-air those classic episodes. Yep. Great script, man. Also great director, John Huston. Yeah, great line. That's actually from the 50s, Gambit. I have the entire series. Because like when they first started, I think 47, and there were theatrical serials, and which would become, once television started, series. That's all serials were TV series. You'd get the next one the next week.
Yeah.
And so it was not a really big transitional move to go from making movie serials to making TV shows. Yeah, that is a great scene, dude, in that movie. So that's it. Movie's over. Mel Gibson got the girl. Kurt Russell got the banger. And that's it.
I would have gone for Mel Gibson too if I was her. He just seems to be more fun.
Yeah, you're attracted to that kind of guy, I think. A little bit of a funny person. Serious, but funny.
I guess.
I'm
attracted to you, so that I know.
And everybody knows I'm kind of a dick with my humor. Sounds like a few congressmen. So I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, we got everybody. Not bad. Yeah. Not only the 1942 movie, there was a 1983 TV series version of the same material. What I liked when I was a kid was they even did an animated series, a cartoon, Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Badly animated, but it's fun to watch.
It was okay for the time.
Well, as a person that's like serious about animation, I looked at that and there's a lot of single frames like that went on for a few seconds. Like, but it was a good show. Like Saturdays, we had a full, like when I was a kid and first started watching Saturday morning cartoons, we had Scooby Doo, we had Tarzan, we had Lone Ranger, had the first iteration of what would become Super Friends, which was the Batman and Robin show, and then Superman. And then they had Aquaman. And let's see. Gosh, they had the what's the Metroids? Whatever that show was. Came out in 68, I think. It was like a caveman and a bunch of weird animals animation show dealing with space aliens and shit. I am absolutely a big child. I am a man child.
Yes, you are.
Sense of humor is so juvenile. What's going on?
I mean, you laugh about fart jokes. Yeah. Very juvenile.
Oh, yeah. Dick jokes make me laugh. What I always thought was funny, like, Zoe would bring her friends over and they would be in the living room. I said, okay, everybody quiet. I have to do a test. I have to make sure that this word has an impact on kids. And they're just sitting there and I said, poop. And they just started laughing. Just saying poop.
Yeah, that's like humor of a 5-year-old.
Yep. Having raised children, I absolutely can go there. Again, Conrad Hall was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Cinematography and won an American Society of Cinematographers Award for Outstanding Achievement in Cinematography in a Theatrical Release. So he didn't get the Oscar, but got the nod, but then won the other. Gabriel Dim was nominated for a Young Artist Award in the category of Best Young Actor in a Supporting Role, and Gabriel Damone plays Gibson's son in the film. So, some good stuff, man. And, no matter what, I fucking love this movie. I really do.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how to say this without. Well, if you don't like my opinion, fuck off. I like Backdraft, but I enjoy this one more.
Really, I had more fun with Backdraft.
It's just simply a taste issue. Coke versus Pepsi. I want to point again that Ari Gross is in this playing Andy Leonard, and I love him as an actor. I wish he'd been in more stuff. And another great fucking secondary support actor in a lot of movies is Arliss Howard. And one of his greatest roles was as cowboy in Full Metal Jacket. When he gets smoked by that sniper and dies in front of everybody, damn, I cried. Man. I like him as an actor, Arliss Howard. He did some really weird film back around 1990, I think. See if I can find it. And I think it was him. Oh, he was in Wilder Napalm. That was a good one. He was in The Sandlot, of course. I like that movie a lot. He's the uncredited voice of the kid Scott or Scotty in the film that does the narration. Man. Yeah, Wilder Napalm is a crazy fucking movie, and that's the one I was thinking about. That is so fucking weird. Okay, here's the premise. Two brothers with the secret power of starting fires with their minds reunite after years apart, only to find conflict with their differing lifestyles. And there's a love story, too, because Deborah Winger is in it. And Dennis Quaid plays the other brother. And it's ironic that Arliss's character is a fireman in the show, and he's a fire starter, with that telekinetic power to start fires. It's a fun little movie, so bizarro. Highly recommended if you like independent films that are odd but fun.
What's the name again?
Wilder Napalm. And it stars Deborah Winger, Dennis Quaid, Arliss Howard, Emmett Walsh is in it, and Jim Varney is in it, playing the part of Rex. You got Mimi Leder when she was acting before she started directing. You've got, look for anybody else that's worth mentioning. No, not really. No. Good lineup, though. Good cast. Weird but fun movie. Highly recommended if you are that kind of person like me. It's a little odd. Interesting. And it's coming from Rotten Tomatoes. Huh. I vaguely remember that one with Quaid. I think I caught it as part of a TV back then. I didn't see it until it came on pay TV. It was either Showtime or HBO. And that's where I saw it. And I'm like, holy crap. And so when I looked up on TV Guide when it was going to air again, and I recorded it, kept a copy of it for years. I think I had it all the way into the 2000s because I had close to 1,000 movies in my closet. Just 3 bookshelves in my closet. It was a walk-in closet full of movies that stood about 5.5 feet tall, the bookshelves. If you want hilariously weird Christopher Walken in Communion, first of all, just so people know, it's not a comedy, and it's not being weird for the sake of being weird. It is based on the book by Whitley Strieber, who's still alive, and he's fucking weird. I read the book, saw the movie, and it's about how he got abducted and had things done to him, and then found out that there are other people in his life, including his own children and his wife, being abducted. I better check the movie with Dennis Quaid and Hauser. Quaid and Hauser, you're so fucking funny. Shut up, Gambit. Anybody get the joke?
Yeah. The one from the Total Recall.
Total Recall.
The two
See you at the
personalities.
party. See you at the party, Hauser. Or was it? No, it was
No.
party. Richter.
Hmm.
See you at the party, Richter. Dennis Quaid and Hauser. Yeah. It's a Total Recall joke. I totally get
It
it.
was Douglas Quaid.
Oh. He says, I recall the joke.
Ah.
Thanks, Shanatsky. All right, we're going to wrap up there. This is a great movie. I really do like this film a lot. And I like that we're celebrating Kurt this week. Mad Mardigan's going to be joining us tomorrow, it looks like, for talking about Bone Tomahawk, which I really fucking love that movie. That dude is a good director. Every film he has put out, I've liked. Dragged Across Concrete, that, what was the one about a prison riot with Vince Vaughn? God, that was a good fucking movie.
No idea.
He gets shot in the head. Oh my God, that's fucking crazy.
I just know ever since we picked Kurt Russell, you've been so excited about Bone Tomahawk. So I'm looking forward
Bone
to watching
Tomahawk is a film that, you were so scared to see. And I'm like, no, you're going to like this movie. It gets gory at the end because it goes from being a tough man Western to fucking nightmare. fuel.
I can handle gore, you know that.
And it's basically very similar to what the Vikings were, or the Norsemen were dealing with in the book. I just forgot the name of the book. The 13th Warrior movie was based on the book by Michael Crichton. Eaters of the Dead. And I loved that book. And I really enjoyed the movie, despite some of the changes they made. I still enjoyed it. And it's a story about cannibalistic subhumans. As we used to call them back in the late 70s, early 80s, Chud. Martin, do you remember that one, Chud?
Yeah, there are 2 of those, if I recall correctly.
Movies, that's right. But do you remember what it means?
Cannibalistic human underground dwellers.
Yep. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Chud. I think it's humanoid. I do believe it's humanoid because they're mutated. They're not exactly human. They're something else that is mutated in the sewers of the city. Yeah, Eaters of the Dead I like that book. Look, man, I fucking love Michael Crichton. I read everything he ever wrote. And I found him so compelling because he absolutely was a voice of caution with science. Zoller's only misfire was the Puppet Master sequel. I kind of liked it. I liked all the Puppet Master films. And who was in that one? The Puppet Master. I also like the movie The Puppet Masters, the sci-fi film with Donald Sutherland. Yeah.
And Julie Garner. Oh my God, that woman.
I'm trying to find it. Was it the remake just called the Puppet or Puppet Master, or was it Puppet Master A Little Reich? Because that one came out in 2018. And it's got Thomas Lennon in it. I fucking love Lennon.
Okay, we have Puppet Master
Michael Pare
2 from the 90s. Puppet Master
the only one
3.
I don't like is Charlene Yee because she's a woke Asian actress. Like very fucking woke.
Okay, at this point, I have 15 Puppet Master movies.
Oh, shit. Matthias Hughes is in it. The giant alien from I Come in Peace. He's in it too. Is this the film? Is this film the one that came out in 2018? The reboot film.
2018 is the Littlest Reich.
Yeah, because I have seen this, and I enjoyed it for the most part. My big problem is films that are shot on video. If they don't look enough like film, it bugs me. Did Zoller direct this one? Let me look at that. Who directed this? Yeah, Craig Zoller. There we go. But he didn't direct it though. He was just one of the writers. So, and he's credited as third writer, which means he didn't do that much with it, or they didn't keep much of what he wrote. The stuff he does on his own, man, I fucking love, man. He did Bone Tomahawk, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Dragged Across Concrete. I don't remember Hug Chickpenny. I think that's something he only wrote on. Let me go to just his direction. There we go. Yeah, I've seen all three of his films, loved them, and he's got one upcoming, which is The Bookie and the Bruiser, which has, again, Vince Vaughn, Theo James, and Fred Melamed. I mean, that guy's a really good fucking actor. He usually plays smarmy characters that are overly educated. Good fucking actor. I watched that movie, the Coen brothers film, A Serious Man. And he's in it. He's one of the Jewish elders. And really weird fucking movie. And someone asked me, do you like it? And I'm like, I don't not like it. It's like, it's one of those films that I saw that I really appreciated, but I probably will never watch again because it didn't grab me with anything in particular. I just thought it was a compelling story from the start to finish of this guy's life unraveling. I felt I got more from Barton Fink than I did from A Serious Man. And do you guys know what movie I'm talking about? Serious Man?
No.
By Joel and Ethan Coen. I'll show you, Martin. I'll show you guys the trailer afterward. And I really do like the movie.
That sounded like a threat. I'll show you guys.
I'll show you. So, and Vacano had also shot Speeders, or 1988, by Paul Verhoeven in Holland. I like the film of his I liked that he did before he became famous. Verhoeven was Flesh and Blood with Rutger Hauer, Brian James, the young guy I don't remember, and the girl that was in the movie we just watched, Backdraft, the love interest for Baldwin's character. She plays a princess in it. And it is the first time I ever saw a movie that takes place in the Middle Ages during the plague, where you see use that they did of biological warfare, where they would catapult or leave dead bodies in wells that died of the plague in order to infect and kill people within a castle. That really happened. And they show it in the movie. 6 but 7 years earlier, since he photographed The Boat by Wolfgang Peterson, the studio movie that became the miniseries and also became full-fledged once again is the director's cut. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to go check it out, Sandra. So, no, that's exactly what it is. It's about a seriously Jewish man that is having an existential crisis with his Judaism. And it's funny. It's got some drama in it that's really good. The fucking storm scene. Wow. That tornado shit. Oh, God, man. That movie fucking nuts. Sander Hammerschlag is Dutch, so he ultimately knows what Speeder means. Flesh and Blood is inspired by Berserk. Well, once he came to America, he became a movie star. He never got to be as big as I thought he should be. He just hit this level and never went any higher. And it was always sad because I fucking love Rutger Hauer. I mean, I knew Rutger Hauer. He was a really fucking sweet guy. He was one of those people that I could either call or email. Like when he was overseas, I would email him. But when he would come to the US, I had his mobile, so I could always call him. When you say Berserk, you mean the anime, right? I'm assuming
Probably.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, coming from
Probably?
yeah.
Well, he was great in the original Buffy movie. I love that movie. I did not want to watch the series. I watched a little bit of it and I was like, nah, I'm out. But that fucking movie was funny. It had Luke Perry. Luke Perry, what's her name? The pretty blonde chick. The pretty blonde chick.
Yeah.
It's got Pee Wee Herman in it, Paul Rubens. And he, like, the outtakes at the end of the funniest part of that movie, where they show the outtakes during the credits. I fucking love that. Where he just keeps dying and then you think he's dead and he comes back up and groans some more. Falls over and comes back up. It got the cast laughing. And you can even hear crew in the back laughing over his death scene. The manga that became the anime. Gotcha. Okay. So, well, that's it, guys. Let's get the fuck out of here. I want you all to have a happy Friday. Don't forget, we have John later. He's going to be playing
Baldur's Gate, I guess.
No.
Baldur's Gate.
No.
Yeah, I was
today
waiting for.
Today is gonna be Kingdom Come Deliverance because
Okay, Kingdom Come.
Okay.
Martin's working on a new graphic last night. So, did you finish it?
yeah. And
Oh,
an intro
good.
video for
So you guys will
today
get to see that. So, all right. Well, let's get to the private chat. Okay. So I want to thank Gambit, Snorty, Andy Morrow, Mephisto, Davey Dread, Slasher Fred, Mad Mardigan was here, James Jameson, Shanatsky, John Ninnis. I thought it was John Innes. It's John Ninnis. Penny, Parrothead, and of course our good friend Tim.
I hope you get well
And-
soon, Penny. RSV is no joke.
Oh man, it messes with you. If you're over 50, man, it's a rough one to get. You
But-
are sick for at least 10 to 14 days.
Like I said, I'm not 50 yet, and it knocked me for 2 weeks straight. 2 years in a row.
That's rough.
Always.
But anyway, I love you guys. Everybody have a great Friday. And once you're done with John, don't forget Friday Night Frolics with Doomcock. Don't want to miss it. I'm going to be watching. Maybe I'll catch you in the chat. Anyway, guys, see y'all later. Bye now.
See you later.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.